didn't know what they were doing, they were still turning great ratings. They were still selling product. They were still selling merchandise. Something TNA can't do. And that's only because okay, we didn't even touch on this, so this probably gonna be a little longer than I thought it was. So we're gonna have to break this up in 2 parts. TNA doesn't market themselves right. No. You don't see enough TNA posters anywhere. You don't see enough TNA shop TNA commercials. You don't see enough remember to come watch Impact, commercials. You don't see the right marketing. Even on like social media, if you scroll down Twitter, you'll still see Payback this week or in a couple of weeks. Don't forget to watch it. You'll see stuff like that. You don't see, and it doesn't cost that much to do. I can go on Twitter right now and say, hey, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It don't cost that much. TNA, you're missing vital opportunities to get your shit out there. TNA, it frustrates me because at one point I had them pegged for like the #1 wrestling company in the world because they did everything right. You had so much greatness. And you still have the greatness there. You just don't know how to market it and use the talent right. That's what I'm thinking. If you promote TNA as a come one, come all place, a showcase for talent around the world, it'll do them so good. Even if you don't have to do it all. If you don't do it, as a whole show, like a week, like a once a month special, like, hey, we're going to have our TNA guy versus this New Japan guy. Our TNA guy versus this AAA guy. It'll be good for them. And it'll be good for you.
Oh man, they stopped doing that because at one time that was amazing.
Yes, like them invitational tournaments were so good.
Global invasion thing.
Yes.
That used to be amazing.
And even, look, there's only 2 companies that I know of right now that are not involved in WWE's Global Cruiserweight series, and that's TNA and Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground because they're more of a TV show. I know they're affiliated with AAA, but whatever. I don't know why that didn't really go through. And we all know why TNA. We got your good stars. That's how WWE feels right now. And to be honest, I can really see WWE within the next 5 years buying the library of TNA. If they haven't already and we just don't know about it. Because they are... I think had they been bought? I think they've been bought by somebody, but I think the company that wants to buy them wants 50% of control of the company, which I don't blame. And I think they want Dixie out of power. I could be making that point up, but that's why we have Google. So there's so much good that can be done with TNA. I say just scrap the whole storyline stuff for a while and just promote wrestling. If you just promote wrestling,
go
like
back to the basics,
like NXT does, that's why everybody loves NXT right now, because they're doing everything right. They're just promoting wrestling. Like as we record this tonight down in Orlando, Samoa Joe versus Shinsuke Nakamura, and I want to go so bad to see that. I want to be there so bad to see that. Joe versus Shinsuke? Are you kidding me? TNA, you could have did that. You could have done that. Cause y'all had the ties to New Japan when he was there. Exactly. Like, come on. There's so much wasted potential there. I'm telling you, TNA is gonna get bought by WWE sooner or later. And then we're gonna see Dixie Carter being the general manager of SmackDown. Mark my words. Mark them. TNA will be bought by WWE within the next 5 years, and we will see Dixie Carter in if she wants to, or if she's still around, she will be in some kind of like promotion role like Vicky Guerrero was. Can you imagine the heel heat Dixie will get on Monday Night Raw? It will be so much heat. It'll be similar to when Eric Bischoff came back. You remember that heat?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, the heat Vicky got, the heat Eva Marie is getting now. You think Roman Reigns is getting booed? Put Dixie Carter in the middle of Raw the night after WrestleMania. That'd be hilarious. I will be there live for that. I will be there live for that.
So I was just checking the archive.
And
the recent roster is very interesting.
let's go down this roster real quick.
All right now we're gonna start with champions. The TNA World Champion
Still Matt Hardy
is Drew Galloway.
Oh, I forgot Drew won. You have Drew freaking Galloway. He's one of the best in the world. I love Drew Galloway.
They have.
Who else do they got?
And
That's
the
Drew
King
Galloway.
of the Mountain Champion.
I still don't. What the hell is the King of the Mountain champion? I understand the reverse ladder match, but come on now. That's still the stupidest thing I ever heard.
But that is.
Wait, I'm sorry. Continue.
It's Eric Young.
He'll be gone soon.
Yes.
Well, he's already gone. You know,
There you
they
go.
pre-tape.
This is hilarious.
Mhm.
It gets even more funnier. So the World Tag Team Champions are Beer Money.
Yeah, they dropped those this week. No, what you really have to do, read off the champions and then read off their current roster.
Okay, here we go. Oh no, this they haven't updated.
That's
this
what I'm
enough.
saying. They don't.
Trevor Lee is your X Division champion, and of course your Knockouts champion is Gail Kim. But here
You
is
think
the
y'all
recent-
Kim like a 20-time champion by
Yes.
now?
Yes,
Because it's like, literally, I don't mean to cut you off, but in my eyes, every time I watch TNA, she's the champion, then the next week she's not the champion. The next week she's the champion, and the next week she's not the champion.
they so dirty. I'm looking at this roster. I'm like, what?
They don't even have, they can't even pay their webmaster. Their webmaster say fuck them. Because they still have Austin Aries on there. They still have Bobby Roode on
Ooh,
there.
Mike Bennett for real.
Yeah, they got Mike Bennett.
Wow. So we got the Abyss, Aiden O'Shea, Andrew Everett, Angelina Love,
She's gone. Isn't she? She's gone.
Austin Aries,
Yes.
Bobby Roode.
See, you can stop right there. That should just let you know the level of fuckery that's going on in TNA right now. You can't even delete pictures? Come on now, TNA. All you gotta do is delete a profile. People do it every day on Facebook.
We got Bram. We got Brooke.
Brooke's not there.
Chris Melendez. Why is he there? Christy Hemme.
Is she still
I
there?
don't think she's still there.
I'm about to say, poor
baby.
baby. Poor baby. Can she go back to
Crazy.
TNA? I mean, WWE?
She should come back.
She needs to come back.
Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
D'Angelo De Niro.
Poor
Davey
guy.
Richards. That's one of the Wolves. DJ Z. Of course, Drew Galloway. Eddie Edwards. Eli Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Young. Nope. Ethan Carter III. Gail Kim. Jade.
Mm-hmm.
James Storm. Barely.
Mhm.
Jeff Hardy.
James Storm's about to find a way out that contract. He is about to find a way out that contract before this year is over.
I know. I feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Goddard. And I skipped over Jeremy Borash. King Mo. Not really. Kurt Angle. Nah.
Nah.
Lashley. Not really. Madison Rain. I don't know.
I think she's still there. She's still there.
Mahabal Shera. Mandrews. Marty Bell. Matt Hardy. Camacho.
Okay, let's stop there. What was I about to say? They had some dumbass concept matches in TNA. The fuck is the King of the Mountain match? The fuck is Feast or Fire? The King of the Mountain match, if you don't know what the King of the Mountain match is a reverse ladder match where you have to take the prop at the time, whether it's the title belt or whatever. You put the ladder in the ring, climb it, and you put the thing up there. Then you take it back off because you won. Stupid. I like the concept of it. It's like literally, I think TNA and I think Batman vs Superman now, because that's the best way to describe it. Like TNA is the DC of goddamn, wrestling right now. And it's like, then you have Feast or Fire matches, which is literally a real thing. Did you know that? The Feast of Fire is real.
For real?
If you get that fire briefcase, you're gone. So it's a 4 corners match, which it made sense when they had 6 sides of steel. I mean, the 6-sided ring. They brought that back. So in like 4 corners of the ring, there are briefcases. You know, Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of them have title shots, and the other one is a fired. So you can either win a tag team shot, a X Division shot, a World Heavyweight Championship shot, or you're fired. Come on now. And then they did stupid shit like if you lose a match on the holidays, you have to dress up as that character. I think they put AJ in the goddamn rooster suit. They put Eric Young in that rooster suit. And then they wonder why nobody wants to be there. Like, come on. And then who else? I think Eric Young like owned that rooster suit for like a month, didn't he?
Yeah.
He turned that into a gimmick, didn't he?
Yep. He was just a weirdo. But then I was like, I see this man in the ring. I was like, why are they treating him like that?
Yes, Eric Young is so good. Especially when he did his old Chris Jericho gimmick. That was the best Eric Young. It's just so many things they've done right. And
Bruh.
What?
Generation Me was the Young Bucks.
I knew it. Look, I knew it was something familiar about them. I was like, I know them from somewhere.
I said that too. I was like, why they feel so familiar?
Like,
they just seem so good.
Yes, the Generation Me was like my favorite tag team in TNA before Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley teamed up. I'm sorry. That's still, the Machine Guns are still one of my favorite tag teams because individually I love them.
Machine Guns and Generation Me
matches were amazing. We got to go watch. I'm going to go find them DVDs right now and find out what we got.
Damn. Generation Me was the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time.
I told you, I knew it. I was like, because I kept asking myself, and I asked you several times. I was like, whatever happened to that one tag team? They used to kick people all the time. They were around in the early days of TNA. They were little guys, and it was like I knew it was like a 2-word thing. I just could never remember. Wow.
It was 2 tag teams that looked alike. It was Generation Me. And then there was the Naturals.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the Naturals? Who were the Naturals?
I don't know.
The Naturals were good, too. I remember they were good because they used to have great matches all the time. Because it used to be, I think this was like right before Beer Money. It was like Generation Me. What were the tag teams they had? Generation Me. Let's pause it real quick so we can go through the tag teams they used to have. Y'all missed all my enthusiasm because I'm retarded. But they had LAX. They had, remember Homicide Hernandez and what's his face again? Conan?
Yeah, Viva La Raza.
They had, it's just the tag team division was amazing.
Like, we had
the Naturals.
We had
Generation Me.
We had
LAX.
Yep.
Team Canada.
Yep.
What was the other one we named earlier? The British Invasion.
Main Event Mafia.
They had so much good stuff, and it just, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know what happened.
Then they had, didn't Jay Lethal and Shark Boy wasn't their thing?
Yeah, and they were actually good. When Shark Boy turned into goddamn Stone Cold, he started stunning people. Oh my god, it was so
Shark
good.
Boy. I slept on Shark Boy, so it took me like 8 matches to really get into it. I was like, I like him. Look at him. He's such a gimmick.
It was so funny because he used to bobble his head around with that shark mask on. He used to be hilarious.
Yeah, man, it was some great freaking tag teams. And TNA was the shit.
I mean, like, if we really want to have this discussion right now, then let's go to the X Division individually.
Oh, Lord.
Sanjay Dutt.
Before they got stupid.
They had Sanjay.
They had
Christopher Daniels. Kazarian. AJ. Samoa Joe. Sabin. Shelly. Who else did they have? Lethal. Consequences. They had Austin Aries. Not Austin Aries. The boy name? Xavier Woods, if you know him in WWE.
You just said Consequences.
You know, I was trying to think of his new name. I had to think of his new slave name.
Oh.
You know, people can understand.
Yo, yeah. Consequences, a.k.a. Xavier Woods.
Yes. They had so much good talent. That's just
Homicide was technically X Division.
Homicide.
And then Loki was in his prime.
They just had so much talent. It's so much wasted potential. Like, I can understand people, you know, they grow out the company, they want to move on, they want to explore new things, but don't burn the bridges. That's what they did. I know Sanjay Dutt came back a few times. He'll show up every now and then. Who else did they have? They just had
Amazing Red.
Amazing Red was so good. I got matches with him. We got to go watch some of these old TNA matches. It's we talked about the knockout. Yes. Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Gail Kim, Mickey James, Awesome Kong, Madison Rain. Who else did they have in the early days? I feel like I'm missing some obvious people. Brooke, when she started getting good,
and then they had that. When they brought in Sarita.
Yep, Sarita.
I was like, yeah, I like this.
She still wrestles. Her name is Trinidad something. I
mean, as much of Stephanie McMahon as she was, Tracy was there.
Tracy, yep. Victoria.
Yeah. Otherwise known as Tara.
Didn't they have Nydia for a while too?
No Nydia.
No Nydia.
They had Jackie.
Yeah, I was about to say they had somebody black. That's racist. I'm sorry, because they had Awesome Kong too. I feel sorry about Awesome Kong in WWE too, because she got pregnant. They're about to give her this big push, and she was gonna be like the diva killer. I feel sorry for her. I hope she can go back. Well, they got Nia Jax now, so they don't really need her.
They really don't. That's the sad part.
Yeah. And we're still. That's the tag. We had to talk about the tag team. We talked about the X division they had. Talked about the women's, and their heavyweight division was good as well. You had we forgot about Petey Williams in the X division.
He was in the X division.
Petey. Talk about the heavyweights they had. I'm just talking about all the wasted potential they had. Let's start rolling them off, Tom. Let's start rolling them off.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna have to go to this.
Remember Monty Brown? You remember the pow? They had Monty Brown, Samoa Joe. Technically, he was like back and forth at one point. Kurt Angle. They just had a lot of good. I can't even like. Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan really showcased himself in TNA.
He did.
Crimson.
Oh yeah.
Jeff Hardy's been there for a long time, so you can say him. Sting. Like when you think about like the upper mid card, well, I mean their upper card, the heavyweight division, it was like names, which is understandable. And then when you start looking at their X division and tag teams, or the younger guys that are being benefited by having them on the roster on the card, you need like they try like one thing when it comes to this is just in promoting period. You need to have a face. You know, that's why people hate John Cena, hate Roman Reigns, because they're the face. But you need something that's going to draw you in. That's like, oh, okay, I don't know these guys, but I know a Kurt Angle. I know a Jeff Hardy. I know a Sting. You know, did I say that earlier?
No.
Okay. But you need these faces that let you know what's going on in the company to draw you in. That's what I'm saying. That's why like that match with Jeff Hardy and Sting really hurt them. Because you see these two marquee names, and then that's what you get. It's like, okay, I'm not watching this anymore. And they just had everything right. And like you have good match concepts. Monsters Ball. Remember the original Monster Balls matches used to be scary to watch. With Abyss just killing Abyss. I don't know what they've been doing with Abyss lately, but oh my god.
Man, then the first time I really got this is one of the deep down secret favorite wrestlers.
Are you about to talk about a match or just a wrestler?
My deep down secret favorite wrestler who they signed. Nobody knows this. My favorite secret wrestler is Vampiro. When they signed Vampiro, because Vampiro, he'll let you do anything to him because he's crazy.
Yes.
So when they signed him and Raven had that's when they was trying to build like a hardcore division.
Yeah.
And they had Vampiro, they had Raven, they had Abyss.
They did have Raven. Raven was so good in TNA.
and him and Raven and freaking Vampiro had a hanging match.
Yeah.
And like Vampiro's head got busted open because he had got hit in the face with some glass.
Yeah, they had.
And then he tossed freaking Raven tosses Vampiro over the rope trying to hang him, and like all you see is his blood just skirting out of his head, and I was just like, oh my god, this is wrestling.
Yes, like, and then what else did you have? I like the match concepts. Like, you had 6 sides of steel, and you had 6 sides of steel digivolve in a lethal lockdown.
Oh yeah.
And then what else matches did they have down there? I said Monsters Ball. The Ultimate X match.
Yeah.
That was a good. They had good match concepts, and then they weren't afraid to do like 2 out of 3 fall matches all the time, things like that. It was just, they had everything is there. I really want. There's one thing, if WWE doesn't buy the company as a whole, can they buy the concept of Ultimate X? Please, can they buy that? Can AJ go secretly buy that from TNA and then sell it to Triple H? Please. I would love to see an Ultimate X match between like Finn Balor and Austin Aries. That'd be great.
What? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like, just buy the concept, please. Buy the Monsters Ball concept too, because you know hardcore matches in WWE. Well, they won't probably won't do that, but still. I will like Monster Balls matches used to be good. I remember the AJ Styles Abyss match that was in 6 Sides of Steel, and how that match was just brutal, and it was great. Oh, then they had the 6 Sides of Steel match where Christopher Daniels did the Hurricanrana off the top of the cage.
Oh yeah,
so much good stuff. And then they had that one spot when I think Chris Sabin did the cradle shot from the top of Ultimate X on somebody.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a time AJ Styles gave somebody a Styles Clash from the top rope. So much good stuff.
Oh, and let's not forget freaking Kurt Angle and that moonsault.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was scary. I've never been so scared for Kurt Angle in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, you didn't have like 8 neck surgeries.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they have Mick Foley at one point?
They
have that Monsters Ball between Abyss and Mick Foley?
And that was amazing. They had glass.
Yes.
They had thumbtacks. Mm-hmm. They had fire. They had nails. They had barbed wire. It was crazy because they were really going at it. Like, the promos leading up to that match was crazy. Mm-hmm. They had that crazy chick Daphne.
Yeah, they had Daphne. And who was Abyss's manager at the time? The crazy nigga? I can't remember his name.
I just went past him. James something.
James Mitchell?
Yes.
I'm so fired this. I remember. I used to love TNA. I used to love TNA with a passion.
And like Mick Foley, I remember this to this day. That Monster Ball match was so good. Mick Foley pushed Daphne off the top rope into a barbed wire table, like an old school barbed wire table.
I remember that. They had so much good stuff.
Then that's when we got first introduced to Janice.
Yes,
it was Barbie versus Janice.
Oh yeah. I mean, we can sit here and name all the good stuff they did back in the day, but it's so, because the first thing you think about TNA now is like it's a failed company, or what's that? Like, and you hear it all the time when people go in like airports, like when Kevin Nash was down there, they had the Click down there.
They had the Click.
Like literally, they had Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and X-Pac.
Yep.
And Eric Bischoff.
Yes.
And Hogan. All at the same time. You know you weren't going to get a Shawn Michaels and Triple H, but still, the fact that you had them down there.
At one time, they had a whole bunch of people. They had
Booker T went there with the Main Event Mafia.
Yes. They had, for hardcore, they had Sandman for a minute.
Yes.
I don't know how long, but they had him.
I'm surprised they gave him that 6th title, Booker T, after he went to TNA. Ah! That's funny. But anyways, but there's so much good to be.